Please respond. Santosh, Sai, Ayush. All right, let's start now again. Now it says, in a class 10th board examination, 10 papers are distributed over 5 groups. That is PCB, Maths, Social Science, Vernacular and English. So there are 5 papers. There are 5 groups here. Each of the 10 papers, so there are 10 papers which is distributed in 5 groups and each of them is evaluated out of 100 and the final score of a student is calculated in the following manner. The group scores are obtained by averaging marks in the paper with the group. Okay. So I can say the final scores. First I need to calculate the group scores by taking the average of a particular group. And then the final score is simply the average of the group score. So I can say the final score, that is a final score, it is nothing but the average of the PCB group, that is PCB group. Okay. Plus the average of Maths, plus average of Social Science, plus average of Vernacular group, and plus average of English group. And then divided by 5. So this is how we are going to calculate nothing but that is the final score. Now, again, if you look at here, in the PCB group itself, there are 3 subjects, physics, chemistry and mathematics. So can I say PCB group, the average of PCB group is nothing but physics plus chemistry plus bio divided by 3. For mathematics group, there is only 1 subject. For social science group, the average of this social science group is equal to history plus geography by 2. For vernacular group, again, there are 2 papers. So I can say paper 1 plus paper 2 by 2. And for English group also, there are 2 papers. So I can say that is paper 1 plus paper 2 by 2. And then I need to calculate the average of the final score. Okay. So what is the final score? So final score is nothing but I just need to add all this here. So I can simply put plus sign, and then divide it by 5. So if I divide this entire expression by 5, what do I get here? At the P plus C plus B upon 15 plus Maths D5 plus the average or the social science group, you can say that is history plus geography by 10 and vernacular group, that is paper 1 plus paper 2 by 10. And here in the English group, it will be equal to paper 1 paper 2 by 10. And this is how we are going to calculate the final score. Is this part clear to all of you? Please respond. Yes, please respond all of you. Okay. Now let's move to the first question here. It says, okay, it is also given that the deepen score has been intentionally removed in one of the paper, that is equal to paper 2. So in paper 2 in the English group, the score of deepen has been intentionally removed. So the question is, how much did deepen get in English paper? Now we know that the final score is 96 here. Okay, final score is 96. So deepen score. So now either you can use the equations which we have done in the previous slide. You can use that equations to solve it. But the point is, can we avoid writing the equation? Yes. Now we know that the average is nothing but that is 96. And there are 5 groups. So for the first group, you can see the average, it is nothing but 98. Okay, I can simply say 98. But we need overall average 96. So there is nothing but in the first group, there is a surplus of 2. In the second group, mathematics, the average is nothing but 95. But overall average is 96. So it is 1 less than that. Now in social science group, the average is 96 plus 95 by 2, which means basically 95.5. But we need overall average 96. So I can say in this group, that is nothing but minus 0.5. Okay, it is minus 0.5 less than the average. In the vernacular group, the average of this 96 and 94 is 95. Okay, 95. So it means it is minus 1. Okay, but we need overall 96. So if I see the combined effect of these, it is equal to minus 0. So in the last group, it has to equal to 0.10. Then only minus 0.5 plus 0.5 will, and average is this one. Okay, so 0.5. So it means the average of this, it should be equal to what? 96 plus 0.5. So if it is 96, so this sign, question mark sign, it has to be equal to 97. Then only 96 plus 97 by 2, it will comes out to be 96.5. And there will be a surplus of 0.5. So that's why the average of English group, it has to be equal to 96.5. So the answer will be nothing but option number 3, which is 97. And that is the correct answer. Any doubts to anyone? How many of you have done by using this approach instead of writing the equation? Please tell me. Anyone? No. So almost all of you have written the equations and then solved it. But is that clear? Jatin, Madhur, Ayush, Santosh, Sai, everyone? Okay. So let's move to the next question then. Question number 2. Okay. Now in question number 2, it says, let's see here. Students who obtained group score of at least 95 in every group. So it says students who obtained group scores of at least 95. So in every group they are scoring, the average is nothing but that is a minimum of 95, are eligible to apply for a prize. Among those who are eligible, the students obtaining the highest group score. So highest group in social group is awarded this prize. So first of all, in every group I need minimum 95. So if I start with the students here, ISA here in physics group, all the scores are more than 95. So average is definitely more than 95. So you can see for ISA in social science group, it is 95 and 93. So the average will be in this group, social science group, the average for ISA is going to be less than 95. So it means this will be ruled out. Yes or no? I do not need to consider. Similarly for RAM, if I look at here in the vernacular group, the scores are 94 and 94. So the average will be less than 95. So exclude RAM. Similarly for Deepan. For Deepan, you can observe, okay, we know that Deepan score in the paper 2 is nothing but that is 97. So I can see for Deepan, the average in all of them are minimum 95. So Deepan is satisfying. Similarly, Sagnik here you can see, okay, in English group 92 and 94. So the average will be definitely in English group, it is going to be less than 50. So less than 95. So you can eliminate Sagnik also. Similarly for Sanjeev, in the vernacular group, his score is nothing but that is 92 and 93. So if the score is 92 and 93, so that will be equal to this one. And in the group Shreya also 94, 95 in vernacular group, you can neglect that. For Joseph also 90 and 92 in the vernacular group, you can neglect that. For Agni also 82, 93 in the vernacular group, so average is definitely less than. Similarly, Preetam and Tirna, all of them will be neglected. So what should be the answer for question number 2? For question number 2, the answer should be what? Every group among those who are eligible. Now, for example, yes. So what should be the answer for question number 2 now? The option number 4, that is Deepan. Yes or no? Only Deepan is in fact satisfying this condition. This entire condition is only satisfied by the Deepan. There is no other person. So the answer will be option number 4, which is Deepan. So is that part clear to all of you? Can I move to the next slide? Please respond. Great. So I can say the answer for question number 2 is option 4, Deepan here. Now third, among the top 10 students, how many boys? So we need to concentrate on boys. Ram, Deepan, Sagnik, Sanjeev, Joseph, Agni and Preetam. There are 7 boys. How many boys scored at least 95 in at least one paper from each of the groups? So in each of the group, he needs to score at least 95 in one of the paper. So now, if I look at it, Ram is not satisfying the condition in the vernacular group. Okay. So Ram will be out. Now, if I'm talking about Deepan is satisfying the criteria. Sagnik, yes, Sagnik in vernacular group, it is 9. But in English group, Sagnik is getting less than 95 in both the paper. So Sagnik is also not satisfying. Ram is also not satisfying. Sanjeev, in vernacular group, Sanjeev is getting 92 and 93, which is not satisfying. Okay. Then Joseph here, Joseph in PCB group is getting 98. That is okay. In social science group, he is getting 97. In vernacular group, he is getting 90 and 92. Both of them are less than 95. So Joseph is also not satisfying. Now, similarly for Agni also 82 and 93, it is not satisfying here. And the Preetam here, that is 90 and 93 is not satisfying. So how many people are satisfied? Only one. And that is Deepan. So the correct answer for this question is again option number 1, which is Deepan. Any doubts to anyone now? No. Can I move to the next slide then? Alright, let's see here. Okay. Each of the 10 students was allowed to improve his or her score in exactly one paper. So in exactly one paper of choice with the objective of maximizing his or her final score. So every student can, okay, increase the marks in exactly one paper so that the final score is more. Everyone score 100 in the paper in which he or she chooses to improve. After that, the topper among the 10 student was. Okay, let's see here. We know that the final score is what? Final score is nothing but the PCB group. Okay, so in PCB group here, in PCB, the average of P plus C plus B upon nothing but that is 15 that we have seen. In mathematics, divided by 5. For social science, add all the subject of social science. That is history plus geography by 10. I'm writing SS means history plus geography by 10. And in vernacular group, that is vernacular group, sum of both the numbers divided by nothing but 10. And in English group also, English group, sum of both the numbers divided by 10. This is the final score. And the question is, who is getting the final score? Let's start with the RAM. Now, remember, if I need to maximize the average, how I can do it here? So in PCB group for RAM, it says 97, 95, 995. So 95 is the smallest mark in the PCB group. So for RAM in the PCB group, if we increase the marks by 100, 95 to 100, so there will be extra impact of how much? We can see 5 by 15, isn't it? 5 by 15, na? क्योंकि 5 marks extra आ रहे हैं. He's getting 5 marks. जो भी previous average था उसमें 5 and that 5 will be distributed among 15 here. So 5 by 15, that will be 1 by 3. So average will be changed 1 by 3. So initial average of RAM is now 96.1 and 96.1 and the average will be 96.1 plus 0.3. So similarly, you need to calculate for each of them. So let me show it to you here. For RAM, if he decided that in biology his score is 100, the average will be impacted by 5 by 15. In mathematics, he is getting 97. But if we change the score from 97 to 100, so there is an extra of 3 marks. So that is, the average will be changed by 3 by 5, which is 0.6. Here it will be equal to nothing but that is 0.33. In social science group, among history and group, if it is changed from 95 to 100, so it means change of 5. But that 5 by 10, average will be changed only by 0.5. Similarly, in vernacular group, that is 94. Whether it's paper 1 on paper 2, if he's shifting from 94 to 100, so total 6 mark का increase हो रहा है, तो 6 marks का increase, so I can say 6 upon 10. Average इतने से change होगा 0.6. And in English group, 96 and 80, 98. So paper 1 he's getting 96. So अगर उससे 96 को 100 करूंगा, so it will be, there is an increase of 4. So 4 by 10, that is equal to 0.4. So what is the maximum possible average of the RAM if either I take this or this 0.6? So the final score of the RAM, it can be equal to 96.1 plus 0.6, which is equal to 96.7. So this is the final score of RAM. Any doubts to anyone in this part? Please tell me now. Ayush and Sai and everyone? No. Similarly, we need to calculate for Agni. Okay. So for Agni, now once you understand the funda, then we can do it here. Quickly, let's calculate for the Agni. So you can see Agni here in this group. The smallest mark is nothing but that is 96. So the smallest mark is 96. So I'll say 4. So 4 by 15. Okay, here there will be a change of 4 by 15. Here 99. So if I move to 100, so that is 1 by 5. Okay, here 95 and 96. So I can say 5 by 10. Okay, here 82 and 19. Okay, 82 means what? From 82 if I move to 100, so there is a change of 18 and 18 by 10. 1.8. Here 92 and 93. No. So I think the maximum change for Agni, it can be nothing but 1.8. Yes or no? 18 by 10, which is 1.8. So for Agni, the new final score is 94.3 plus 1.8. So I can say 94.3 plus 1.8. And what is the 94.3 plus 1.8? That will be equal to 8 point plus 3 is 11, 1. Carryover is 1. 94 plus 1, that is 96.1. So the final score of Agni is 96.1. Similarly, we can calculate it for the Pritam also. Okay. So let me see for the Pritam, what are the values for the Pritam? Just give me a minute, all of you. Okay. So let's calculate for the Pritam now. Let me write down neatly. Okay. Now for Pritam, you can see 98, 98, 95 in the PCB group. So change will be nothing but that is 5 by 10. Okay. So 5 by 15. So 5 by 15. Okay. In mathematics group, if I move from 98 to 100, then 2 by 10. However, in social science group, if I move from 83 to 100, there will be overall change of nothing but 17 by 10, which is equal to 1.7. I think this is maximum. Yes. 1993, here 94, 90. So the maximum change for the Pritam. So the Pritam final score is now, initially it is 93.9 plus 1.7. So what is 93.9 plus 94? That is going to be equal to 95.6. Is that part clear to all of you? Please tell me. Yes or no? All right. Similarly, let's calculate for the ISA and the Deepan also. So for ISA, I think here is 96, 97. So in the PCB group for ISA, it is going to be 4 by 15. In the mathematics group, there can be a change. If it move from 98 to 100, there will be a 2 by 5. That is equal to 0.4. Okay. In social science group, that is equal to 7 by 10. Yes or no? From 93, if he is getting, instead of 93, if ISA is getting 100, so there will be a change of 7 by 10. 7 by 10, that means 0.7. Okay. In vernacular group, 94 and no. So I think maximum possible change for the ISA is 0.7. So the ISA final score is 96.1 plus 0.6, which is equal to nothing but that is equal to 96.7. Okay, so for ISA it is 96.7. So till now, if you observe here, for Ram and ISA, both of them are coming out to be same. But two of the options can't be correct. And remaining two, Agni and Pritam, they are less than 96.7. So ye bhi possibilities nahi hai. Answer can't be option 2, option 3 and option 1 and 4. We are getting the same values, but two of the options can't be correct. So it means answer has to be option number 5, which is Deepan. There is no need to calculate. If you want to calculate, you can calculate, but we can eliminate the options and we'll get the answer as option number 5. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. Clear? Can I move to the next slide, guys? Okay. Now let's come to question number 5. It says, had Joseph, Agni, Pritam and Tirna each obtained group score of 100 in the social science group, then they are standing in decreasing order of the final score. Okay. So it says each obtained group score of 100 in the social science group. So first of all, let's talk about the Joseph. So for Joseph, you can see here, it is social science group. Social science group. So 90 and 97. Now, so not 90 and 97. In social science group, it was 94 and 97. But now the group score is 100. So 6 in history, 94 plus 6. In social science, 97 plus 3. So total increase will be nothing but, can you say 6 plus 3, 9. 6 marks here, 3 marks here, 6 plus 3 is 9. And 9 by 10. So the average will be changed by 9 upon 10 because of this group. So 95.9. So for Joseph, the new average will be equal to nothing but that is going to be 95.9. Now let's talk about the Agni. In Agni, it is 95 and 96. Now, so there is a change of 5 and change of 4. So 5 plus 4, it is 9. And 9 by 10. So initially it is 94.3. So 94.3 plus 0.9. So 94.3 plus 0.9. So 94.3 plus 9, that is going to be coming out to be 95.2. Okay, for Agni, it is 95.2. Now, let's talk about the Pritam. 83 and 95. So 83 and 95. So it is 83 is nothing but that is equal to 17 and 5. 17 plus 5 is equal to 22. And 22 by 10, it is equal to 2.2. So 93.9 plus 2.2. So 93.9, 94.9, 95.9 and plus 0.2. That is means 96.1. So for Preetham, the new average will be, a final score will be 96.1. And then it is Tirna. So for Tirna, I can say 85 means 15. Okay. This is nothing but this is 15 and this is 6. So 15 plus 6 is equal to 21 and 21 by 10, that is 2.1. So 93.7 plus 2.1. So 93.7, 94.7, 95.7. It will be nothing but that will be 95.8. And now I need to in decreasing order. So highest is for whom? That is Preetham. Okay, highest is for Preetham. Then after 96.1, the next is 95.9, that is Joseph. And after Joseph, it is Tirna. And after Tirna, it is nothing but Agni. So which option? PJTA. Which is the option? That is option number 1. So the correct answer for this question is option 1. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. So how many of you have got all 5 correct? Please tell me. How many of you have got all 5 correct? Anyone who has got all 5 correct? No. 4 correct or 3 correct? At least 3 correct to hona chahiye tha. Okay, great. 4 correct. Great, Ayush. Now let's move to the next set. Now let's talk about the second set here. A very interesting set here. We'll discuss one by one. Now this is again one of the toughest set in the history of CAT. Let's talk about this. Mathematicians are assigned a number called as Erdos number. Okay, named after the famous mathematician, that is Paul Erdos. Only Paul Erdos has a Erdos number of 0. So among all the mathematicians, there is exactly one person for whom the Erdos number can be 0, and that person is the Paul Erdos itself. For every other person, the Erdos number is more than 0. It cannot be equal to 0. And it also says that any mathematician who has written a research paper with Erdos has a Erdos number of 1. So for example, if I am writing a paper, research paper with the help of Erdos, then my Erdos number is going to be 1. And for other mathematicians, the calculations of his or her Erdos number is illustrated below. Suppose that a mathematician X has co-authored papers with several other mathematicians. And from among the mathematicians, Y has the smallest Erdos number. And let the Erdos number of Y be Y. Then X has an Erdos number of Y plus 1. Now, this is very, very important. Now, for example, there are 2 persons. If I say, let's say the 2 persons are nothing but that is, if I am one of the person, Nitin, and let's take another person is Ayush. Okay. And if we are co-authoring 2 papers, and if I say my Erdos number is nothing but that, say, let's say 1, and initial Erdos number of Ayush is anything. Let's say initial Erdos number of Ayush is, let's say 5. But if both of us are together writing the paper, so my Erdos number will remain as 1, and the Erdos number of Ayush will change to how much? That is 2. That is 1 plus 1. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. Ayush, Sai, Tanya. Okay. Even if there are 3 persons. Okay, let's say I'm here, Nitin is there, Ayush is there, and Sai is there. Okay. So there are 3 mathematicians, Nitin, Ayush, and Sai. And if I say my Erdos number is equal to 1, okay, Ayush Erdos number is equal to 5, and Sai Erdos number is equal to, let's say, 10. Now, what we have decided that all of us will write to one paper together. And if all of us are working together, in that case, the Erdos number among all these 3 persons, the Erdos number, the smallest Erdos number is 1. So for the remaining person, their Erdos number will change to 1 plus 1. So the new Erdos number for Ayush, it is 1 plus 1, 2. For Sai, it again 1 plus 1, 2, and Nitin will remain 1. That is the meaning of this second paragraph. Is that clear to all of you now? Please respond, Sai. Everyone. So if you understand this line, then only we can proceed further. Like a mathematician X has co-authored with several other papers. And from among them, mathematician Y has the smallest ERDOS number. And let's say the ERDOS number of YBY. Then X has co-authored the paper with Y and Y has the ERDOS smallest. So the ERDOS number of X will also become Y plus 1. Okay. Hence, any mathematician with no co-author chain connected to ERDOS has an ERDOS number of infinity. If no one is connected to ERDOS, then their ERDOS number is nothing but infinity initially. Now, let's move to the next three statements here. Next couple of statements. So I'm moving to the next slide. Let's see here. All right. Let's start with one by one. It says, in a 7-day long mini conference organized in memory of Paul ERDOS, a close group of 8 mathematicians, call them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, discuss some research problems here. Okay. At the beginning of the conference, A was the participant. Okay, A was the participant who had an infinite ERDOS number, and nobody had an ERDOS number less than that of F. Okay. So there are several persons are there. So let me write down the name of these persons here. So there is a person A. Okay, then there is person B. Then there is a person C. Then there is a person D. Then there is a person E. And then there is a person F. Okay. It says A was the only participant who had an infinite ERDOS number. A had the only participant who had an infinite ERDOS number. So ERDOS number of A is nothing but infinite. And ERDOS number of F is, let's say, F. And there is one more person, that is G and H. So rest everyone has got an ERDOS number. Nobody had an ERDOS number less than that of F. So for remaining all the person, their ERDOS number is what? Either it is equal to F or it can be greater than F. Because it says nobody had an ERDOS number less than that of F. So ERDOS number of B, it is greater than equal to the F. ERDOS number of C, it is greater than equal to F. ERDOS number of D is also greater than F. For E also, it is greater than equal to F. For G also, greater than equal to F. For H also, greater than equal to F. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. Okay. Let's move to the second point now. It says on the third day. So we are talking about the third day here. Okay. On the third day of the conference, F co-authored a paper with A and C. Okay, so what is happening now? F is writing the paper along with A and C. So if F is writing a paper along with A and C, and we know that one thing here. What is that thing? Ki among A, C, and F, the smallest ERDOS number is F. Okay, the smallest ERDOS number is F. So on day third, F co-authored paper jointly with A and C. So at the end of day 3, what is the ERDOS number for A? That's right. So ERDOS number for A at the end of day 3, it is equal to nothing but F plus 1. For F, it will remain F, and for C, it will be also equal to F plus 1. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond, everyone. Okay. So on third day, the ERDOS number of A is F plus 1, C is F plus 1, and F is also F plus 1. This reduced the ERDOS number of the group of 8 mathematicians to 3. I'll come to that point. Just wait. Okay. Just wait here. This reduced the ERDOS number of the group of 8 mathematicians to 3. Now, the group of 8 mathematicians to 3. So what is the total score of these 8 people now? Can you see the average is here? So the total score of these 8 people is nothing but that is 8 into 3, which is equal to 24. Yes or no? Because the average of the entire group, it is equal to 3, and there are 8 people. So the total, the sum of the ERDOS number of all the 8 people must be 24. It also says that the ERDOS number of B, D, E, G, and H remain unchanged. So let's say the ERDOS number of B is equal to B, ERDOS number of D is equal to D, ERDOS number of E is E, and ERDOS number of G and H is, I can take it as G and H. It has not changed. Okay. It is remaining same, G and H. Okay. H here. Further, no other co-authorship. Now this is important. No other co-authorship. So further, no other co-authorship among any three members would have reduced the average redox number of group of 8 to as low as 3. So as low, that is very important, as low as 3. So when I'm saying as low as 3 means what? There is a maximum reduction. Yes or no? Because no other three persons. Only when these three persons are working together, then only the average is reduced to as low as 3. So there is a maximum reduction in the average. And if there is a maximum reduction in the average, it means what? If there is a maximum reduction in the average, okay? So initially, the score should be very high. Yes or no? So I can say the second highest IRDOS number is B. So it means A has got initially the highest IRDOS number and B has got the second highest IRDOS number. Okay. Not B. C has got the second highest IRDOS number. Because it says, I'll repeat, this line is very important. C has got the second highest IRDOS number. Because when A and C and F are working together, then there is a maximum. Let's say, we do not know. There can be a lot of three people can work together, but the group average has changed to 3. And it says it is as low as 3. For example, if I say initially, okay, initially the average was something else. Kuch bhi le leta, it doesn't matter at all. If I say the average is equal to 10, and now the new average is 3. Now if I say the average is 11, it is 3. Or from 12, it has jumped to 3. So if initially the average of all the 8 people, not 3 people, all the 8 people is 10, now it is 3. So there is a reduction of 7. From 11 to 3, there is a reduction of 8. And from 12 to 3, there is a reduction of nothing but that is 9. So when the statement says the as low as 3, means what? In which case there is a maximum reduction? From 10 to 3 or from 11 to 3 or from 12 to 3. Kis case mein maximum reduction ho raha hai, Ayush? Please tell me. In which case there is a maximum reduction from 10 to 3 or 11 to 3 or 12 to 3. Please respond, all of you. Tanya, Sai, Ayush. If you guys can. No, na? Kaise? If I'm changing the values from 10 to 3, the average is reduced by 7. From 11 to 3, the average is reduced by 8. From 12 to 3, average is reduced by 9. So in which of these three cases there is a maximum reduction? That's right, from 12 to 3. So when it says the statement, further, no other co-authorship among any three members would have reduced the average IRDOS number of the group of 8 to as low as 3. Okay. It has been reduced to of average IRDOS number of the group of 8 to as low as 3. Okay. So it means there is a maximum reduction. बाकी कोई चीज, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक ग्रुप के किसी और ग्रुप के कारण 10 से 3 रिड्यूस हो रहा है, फॉर एनी पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप द एवरेज इज चेंजिंग फ्रॉम. So there is a maximum reduction, and maximum reduction is possible when initially the score is very, very high. So that's the reason, since A has got infinity, so it has to be highest, and C should be nothing but the second highest IRDOS number. Now tell me if that part is clear to you or not, all of you. Please tell me, is that clear? And that's the reason I have taken for C also it is equal to F plus 1. Means C is the second highest, so F se bahut zyada tha. So that's why it will be F plus 1. So for A, at the end of third day, for A it is F plus 1, for C it is F plus 1, and for E it is F. And for the rest of the person, it did not change. So it will remain B, D, E, G, and H. Now, any doubts to anyone regarding the analysis of the second statement? Please tell me. No doubt. Okay. All right. Okay. And what is the sum of all these values? What is the sum of these values? Tell me. If I add all this scanning, it will be equal to nothing. Average is 3. So the total sum is 8 into 3, which is equal to 24. So I hope that this part is clear. Can I move to the next point? Point number 3. Please tell me. All right. Now let's see. Okay. At the end of the third day, 5 members of this group had an identical IRDOS number. Okay. It also says that here at the end of the third day. So this is the value which I have written at the end of third day. Yes or no? This is end of third day. So I'm writing end of third day. And it also says at the end of the third day, 5 member of this group has identical IRDOS number. 5 लोगों का जो है वो same है. So if the 5 people have got the same identical IRDOS number, what can be that number? It means 5 people will get a score of F plus 1, F plus 1, F plus 1, and F plus 1, and F plus 1. Because B and C has already got this one here. Okay. And one person has got a F. And the other 2 person, I can say, let's say they have got a score of, let's say, X and Y. Is that part clear to all of you? Because remember, 5 people at the end of the third day, out of these 8 people, 5 of them has got the same number. But can these 5 of them got a F? Because if 5 of them will get a F, that is not possible. Okay. So out of this, among these 8 numbers, which we have got it here right now. Okay, just a minute. Let me write it down again. Let me take a laser pointer. Yes. So among these 8 numbers, 5 of them has got the same value. So the only possibility is that out of these 8 numbers, 5 of the values are F plus 1. Because these 2 of them has got F plus 1. So this 3 more people have got F plus 1 and this has got F and the other 2 people are X and Y. I can say in that. Any doubts to anyone now? No. Alright. So we'll move to here. So what is happening in this case? I add all of them. So if I add all of them, this will be, if I add all of them, this will be equal to what? That is 6F plus 5 plus X plus Y. That is equal to 24. So from here, I'll get the value of that is 6F plus X plus Y, which is equal to 24 minus 5, which is nothing but that is 19. Okay, 24 minus 5, which is 19. Okay. And if you read the third statement, okay, just a minute. Let me take a laser pointer here. One more line which is very, very important here. At the end of the third day, 5 members of this had an identical IRDOS number, while the other 3 had an IRDOS number distinct from each other. So 3 people have got a number which is distinct from each other. So X, Y, and F, all these are different values. X can't be equal to Y and Y can't be equal to F. So that's the reason that 5 of them has to be F plus 1. Okay. Now, because if I take 5 values as F, then 2 of the values will become F plus 1. That is not possible. You could have also you should have told me, sir, B, D, E, G, H, they are equal. But if B, D, E, G, H, these 5 are equal. But in that case, A and C are also equal, na? वो तो possible नहीं है. If B, D, E, G, H, all of them are equal to F plus 1, तो नहीं है. So only 5 numbers are equal and A and C are already equal. So it means the F plus 1 can be repeating 5 times. Any doubts now? Tanya, Sai, Ayush, everyone? No. Now, on 5th day, now next slide. On the 5th day, E co-authored a paper with F. So E and F are working together on 5th day. Okay. So let me write down. On 5th day, E and F are working together on 5th day. Okay. So on E and F are working together. So what is the new IRDOS number of E? Please tell me. Can you say it is going to be equal to F plus 1 now? Because F ka to abhi bhi F and F is the lowest one. So E's IRDOS number will become F and for one person it will be F here. Which reduce the group average score by 0.5. So what is the average now? Can I say initially the average is 3. So now the average is equal to nothing but that is equal to 2.5. Okay. So now the average is nothing but that is equal to 2.5. Okay? So if the average, it is reduced by 0.5 and the IRDOS number of the remaining 6 paper were unchanged after the writing of this paper. So on the 5th day only the IRDOS number of E is getting changed, yes or no? Because for the except E and F, the remaining 6 people, the EDOS number is same. So only the EDOS number of E changing, because E and F are authoring together, or F has got the smallest EDOS number. So only the EDOS number of E changing. So the EDOS number of E will become F plus 1. And average is 2.5. So now the total will be equal to nothing but that is 8 into 2.5. And if it is 8 into 2.5, what is 8 into 2.5? 8 to the 16 plus 4, that is equal to 20. Yes or no? 20. Alright, that is equal to 20. So what is the reduction here? Initially, at the end of the third day, the total was 24. At the end of the third day, the sum total of all the 8 people is 24. Now it has become 20. There is a reduction of 4. And this reduction is happening because the EDOS number of E has changed. Now the EDOS number of E has changed to F plus 1. So what is the initial EDOS number of E? That must be equal to F plus 5. Isn't it? Because if initially the EDOS number of E is F plus 5, then it has been reduced to F plus 1, and then there is a change of 4, because of which the total score will also change from 24 to 20, and there is a change of 4. So is that part clear to all of you? That the initial EDOS number of E is equal to F plus 5. Please respond. Yes? Okay. So I'm writing that the initial EDOS number of E is equal to nothing but that is equal to F plus 5. So the value of E, it is equal to F plus 5. So which means among X and Y, one of the value, it is equal to F plus 5. No? क्योंकि एक value F था, rest of the 5 has this one. So now I'll get another equation. So one of the value is equal to F plus 5 here. So from this equation, I can say that is equal to 6F plus one of the value among X and Y is equal to F plus 5. So I'll write down F plus 5, and that is equal to plus Y, which is equal to 90. So from here, I'll get 6F plus F, that is equal to 7F plus Y, that is equal to 19 minus 5, 14. So there is only one integral solution, that is F and Y. Both of them are 1. Positive, because it is already given on the previous slide we have discussed. Only Paul EDOS has a EDOS number of 0. Rest all the person has got a EDOS number which is more than 0. So I can't take the value of Y, author Y as 0 or F is 0. So it means Y is equal to 1 and F is also equal to 1, and that is the only solution. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond now. Can I move to the next part now if it is clear to all of you? Please respond. Okay. So F is equal to 1. So here I'll say 2, F plus 1 is 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 2. And F is equal to nothing, but that is equal to what? 1. And among one of them has got F plus 5. So 1 plus 5, that is equal to 6. So what is the value of Y? And that is 1. So this is the situation at the end of day 3. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. Okay. Now, going back here. So we know that the EDOS number of E, it is equal to what? 5. Yes or no? EDOS number of E, initially it is equal to, let me write it down here. EDOS number of E is equal to F plus 5 initially. So this is 6. So 6. A1 plus 5, that is equal to 6 हो गया. ठीक है, EDOS number of E is 6 here. Okay, F is equal to 1. Okay, C and A is infinity, that we already know. And C is the second highest. C is nothing but that is the second highest, also remember here. So for rest of the person, it is nothing but that is same here. So if anyone has any doubts, please tell me here. Any doubts? No. Clear? So can we move to, and it also says last statement, no other paper was written during conference. So these are the only possible changes here. So I hope that now this part is clear to everyone. Can I move to the question? Okay. Now, we know that for the 5% it is equal to F plus 1. Who are those 5%? We have no idea. But we know 6 is here. Okay, so this is the IRDOS number here. Okay, what will be the IRDOS number of C then? Second highest होना चाहिए ना? Alright, let's come to the first question, question number 6. The person having the largest IRDOS number at the end of the conference must have IRDOS number at that time. The person having the largest IRDOS number at the end of the day. So at the end of the conference, what is the largest IRDOS number? Can anyone tell me? Let me go back. What is the largest IRDOS number? Please tell me. It says I think I have written something wrong. Okay. Y की value 7 होगी. Yes or no? Yes. That's right. Y is equal to 7. When I have written 7f plus y is equal to 14, f is equal to 1 and y is equal to 7. Okay, guys. Just make a correction. 7. Okay. Y is equal to nothing but that is equal to 7 here. So for one of the person, it will be 7. So at the end of the day 3 also, for one of the person, it is y has not changed. Na? Remember, the value of x, it has been changed from f to f plus 1. Na? ये 6 से ये यहाँ पे 2 हो गया था. So what is the answer for the first question? The person having the largest IRDOS number at the end of the conference must have an IRDOS number of 7, which is option number 2. So the correct answer for this question is nothing but that is option number 2. Or, that is option number 2, 7. Any doubts to anyone in question number 6? Can I move to the next question? Okay. Now, how many participants in the conference did not change their IRDOS number during the conference? कितने लोगों का change नहीं हुआ है? The question is for how many of them the IRDOS number has not changed. A total of for the 5 persons it has not changed. You can see the IRDOS number of A had changed, IRDOS number of C had changed, and the IRDOS number of E had changed. Only these 3 persons, because you can see initially on third day A and C co-authored with F, so the IRDOS number of A and C got changed. On 5th day E worked with F, so IRDOS number of E had changed. So the IRDOS number of A, C and E is getting changed, and therefore the remaining 5 people did not get changed. So the answer is nothing but option number 4, which is equal to 5. Now 8th. The IRDOS number of C at the end of the conference. The IRDOS number of C at the end of the conference, that is 2. Yes or no? Because C has co-authored with F, na? So you can see C has co-authored with F. For F it was 1. So for C it will become 1 plus 1, that is 2. 8th is done. 9. The IRDOS number of E at the beginning of the conference was, so the IRDOS number of E at the beginning of the conference, that is equal to 6. We have done. Okay, that is equal to 6. So IRDOS number of E at the beginning is nothing but that is option number 3, which is 6. Any doubt? And the question number 10. How many participants had the same IRDOS number at the beginning of the conference? So at the beginning of the conference, how many of the participants has got the same IRDOS number? Now we know when A and C and E, they work together. When they work together, okay, A, C and F, they work together on day 3. So IRDOS number of F is equal to F and C has become F plus 1 and A has become F plus 1. And also we know at the end of day 3, there were 5 persons for whom F plus 1 and F plus 1 are there. So among these 2, A and C were F plus 1 and F plus 1. For A it was F plus 1, for C it is F plus 1, and for the remaining 3 also F plus 1. But initially A has got infinity and C has got second highest, which is more than F plus 1. So how many participants had the same IRDOS number? That is 3 persons. For these 3 persons were F plus 1 and it did not get changed. Only A and C has got changed to F plus 1. So the answer is nothing but that is option number 2, which is equal to 3. So now I hope that it is clear to all of you. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. So now tell me whether this question was easy or difficult. How will you rate this question? A difficult set. But is that clear? Is it clear to all of you? Can we move to the next set then? Question number 11. Third set. That is also one of the difficult set. Let's see. Let's start with the 11th one. Now, it says two traders. Okay, it says two traders, Chetan and Michael. Two traders, Chetan and Michael. Two traders, Chetan and Michael, were involved in the buying and selling of MCS shares over 5 trading days. Alright. So two traders, Chetan and Michael, were involved in the buying and selling of MCS shares over the 5 trading days. At the beginning of the first day, the MCS share was priced at rupees 100. So at the beginning, it is 100, while at the end of 5th day, it was 110. And at the end of each day, the MCS share price either went up by rupees 10, so either it is increased by rupees 10, or it came down by rupees 10. So there are two possibilities. Either it will be increased by 10 or it will be decreased by rupees 10. Okay, these are the two possibilities here. And both Chetan and Michael took buying and selling decision at the end of the trading day. So we know initial price, it is equal to nothing but that is equal to 100. Okay, initial price, it is equal to 100. And final price, it is equal to 110. And how many changes are there? 5 changes. Because there are 5 days the price is changed. So from 100, it has become 110. So if there are 5 changes are happening, so can I say if there are 5 changes are happening, so there will be 3 changes. If there must be 3 increase and 2 decrease, then only it will be comes out to be 110. Please tell me yes or no. Any other possibilities to move from 100 to 110? Total बीच में 5 बार change करना है such that the value becomes only 10. And every day the price is changing by nothing but rupees 10. So I can say there will be 3 increase and 2 decrease. Okay, so maybe there is a change of plus 10, then again plus 10, then plus 10, then one day it is decreased by 10, one day decreased by 10, so it is 110. But these 5 changes, they can arrange themselves in how many ways? That is 5 factorial 5 by factorial 3 into factorial 2. So these 5 changes, it will happen in how many ways? That is equal to total of 10 ways. So there are 10 different possibilities here. So 10 different possibilities means I need to write down all these 10. So maybe it might be possible from 100, it changed to what? I can say 100, it changed to 110, then it will move to 120, then 130, then again 130 to 120, and then I can say 110, and then it will become, that's it. 110, 120, 130, 120, and 110. 5 changes like this. Or there can be like this one from 100. It changes. There is a first decrease, then increase. So 100 to 90, 90 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100, and then again 110, and like this one. So how many different cases are possible? A total of 10 different cases are possible. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. Is that part clear to all of you? Okay. Now, so this is the case here. So how I can make the cases here? Like, just see here. Can I move to the next part? Please tell me if this part is clear to all of you. Okay. Now, next lines here. The beginning price of the MCS shares on a given day. The beginning price of MCS shares on a given day was the same as the ending price of the previous day. Okay. Now, Chetan and Michael started with the same number of shares and amount of cash. So they have got same number of shares and amount of cash and had enough of both. Below are some additional facts about Chetan and Michael trading over the 5 days. Each day, if the price went up, Chetan sold 10 shares of MCS at the closing price. And on the other hand, each day, if the price went down, he bought 10 shares at the closing price. So what will happen for Chetan? Can I say for Chetan, whatever the changes will be there, I can write it down here quickly. For Chetan, each day the price went up. Now we know that the price went up on how many days? 3 days. So on 3 days, Chetan will sell 10 shares. Okay, so on 3 days, Chetan will sell 10. So whatever the number of shares which Chetan has got initially, so initial number of shares, then on one day it will be reduced by 10, on another day it will be reduced by 10, on another day it will be reduced by also 10. And on 2 days he will sell the shares. So again, plus 10 and plus 10. So overall, it will be how much? You can say minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, and then plus 10 and plus 10. So it will be, comes out to be equal to nothing but that is equal to minus 10. So can I say if initially Chetan has got X number of shares, so final day Chetan will have always X minus 10? हमेशा कम ही होगा 10 शेयर. Please tell me yes or no. Is that part clear? Okay. So for Chetan, the number of shares will be always equal to the previous total number of shares minus 10 at the end of 5th day. Whatever the order I select, it doesn't matter. Whether first he bought and then he sold. Because it is given initially, everyone have now got enough number of shares. बहुत सारे शेयर थे जिससे वो ट्रेडिंग कर सकते थे. So I can say this is the case. Now, second statement. If on any day the closing price was above rupees 110, then the Michael sold 10 share of it. So if the closing price is more than 110, if the closing price is more than 110, Michael will sell 10 shares. And if it is below 19, then he will bought 10 shares. So for Michael, we can't say anything. Okay, na? So because on some day, because there is a lot of changes are there, like I said, there are 10 possibilities in all the 10 cases. In some of the cases, might be possible that the total number of share at the end of day 5 is same, or they might be different also. So I'm not saying anything here for Michael. Is that part clear? Can I move to the next slide? Okay. Now, so how can we make the 10 cases? So the simplest way here is, I'll say, initially it is equal to 100. We can draw a tree diagram. Now, first day either it will increase by 10 or decrease by 10. So it can be either 110 or it will be equal to nothing but that is 90. From 110 it can be either 120 or it can be equal to 100. From 90 it can move to either 100 or it can move to 80. Yes or no? Day 2, day 3 from 120 it can be 130 or I can say 130 or I can say that is equal to 100 and how much? 120, 130 and 110. From 100 it can be 110 or 90. And from 80 it can move to the 90 or 70. From 130 we can move to either 140 or 120. From 110 I can move to 120 or I can say 100. From 90 I can move to the 100 or I can move to the 80. From 70 I can move to the 80 or I can move to the 60. And on day 5 from 140 I can move to 150 or 130. Okay, 130. From here 120 to 130 or it is equal to 110. But we know on day 5 it is 110. That is for sure. Yes or no? On day 5 it is definitely 110. It is already, we know. Please tell me if that is clear to all of you or not. So what I'll do, I'll simply write down 110. So only possibilities from 100 I can move to 110 or from 120 I can move to 110. If possibility to 110, tell me yes or no. No, that is not possible. Or from 80 to 110, that is also not possibilities here. Okay, so this is not the possibility. So we have removed these cases. Yeah, it is possible in here means. Yeah, I can remove this. It is possible here. Okay, 80 from 70 to 80. And 80 to 110, this is also not possible. So I can remove this also. And this also. Am I audible? Breaking. Okay, just wait for a minute. Okay. So where was I? Let's say, yes. Let me repeat. Okay. So day 1, day 2, you have done. Day 3, 122, 130 or 122, 110. Okay, from 100 to 110, 190. And from 80 to 90, or I say 70. Day 3. Day 4, 130 to 140, or I can say 120. 110 to 120, or I can say 100. I can say from 90 to 100 or 90 to 80, 70, 80 or 80 to 60. But you know, on the final day, it is 110. So I can only move from 120 to 110 or from 100 to 110. Okay. So rest of the cases I need to remove. So this case is 60 is not possible, 80 is not possible, 150 is not possible. So if 60 is not possible, then 70 also previously is possible. Because from 70, 80 is not possible. And the rest all of them are here. So if I remove these values, okay, 60, this is not possible at all. This is possible, and then this is possible. So you can see these are the possible changes. And accordingly, you can now solve the questions. Okay. So there are 10 possibilities here, so that you can see. From 100, like if I say in the first case, 100, then from 100 to 110, from 110 to 120, 120 to 130, and 130 to 120, and then again 100. Okay. I start with all this 100 to I go to 110. 110 to 120, from 120 to 110, and from 110 again to 120, and then again, and so on. So these are the 10 different possibilities. With the help of tree diagram, you can make the cases quickly. Can I move to the next slide? Please tell me now, all of you. Okay. So I've summarized everything here. These are the 10 cases, opening and close. And for like Chetan, we have already discussed, if Chetan has initially X number of CS, then final number of CS, it will be equal to X minus 10. In all the cases, it will be X minus 10. It is minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, minus 10. And the price, okay, whenever there is an increase, he bought the price. For example, if I take the case 1, okay, for Chetan, it has increased 120, then 140, then it is decreased 120, 110. And every day he buying the number of shares. So 3 times it increases. So plus, plus, plus. And then I can say it is minus and minus. Here you go. He bought and then he sold. So whenever he says selling, so he's, okay, some of the money he's losing out. So if the total will be nothing, you can say plus 110 minus 110, 120, 120. So it will be nothing but 130. And for 10 shares, 1300. So he got a profit of 1300. Whatever initial amount which he have got, in addition to that, he'll be getting 1300. Is that clear? For Chetan, case 1, please respond all of you. Similarly, like you can go for, let's say if I take one more case for Chetan, 100 to 90. So there is a decrease, 90 to 80 degrees. I'll put here, you can see minus and minus. There is a decrease and decrease. And from 80 to 90 increase, so I plus, then 90 to 100 plus, and then 100 to 100 is plus. So in that case, 90 to 80 plus, and then 100 minus 80 plus 20, 100 plus 20, 130. 130 to 10, 1300. So for Chetan, it will be always 1300 surplus in addition to the previous amount which you have got. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. Okay. Now, let's talk about who Chetan is done. Who is the second person? That is Michael. Now, whenever the closing price was above 110, Michael will sell. Okay, so he'll be receive some money. Okay, he will receive some money. And if it is below 90, he will buy. Below 90, he will buy. Okay, so let's talk about the Michael. For example, I'll make the first case for the Michael. Case 1 I'm taking for the Michael. So above 110, so, 120, so he will sell. He will sell, so he'll receive the money. So plus. 110 to 120, 120 to 110, 110 to 120, 120 to 110, 110 to 120, 120 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 to 120, above 110, so that is plus. Above 110, so that is equal to plus. So you can say 12 plus 13 plus 12, that is equal to 37. So 37. So 370 into plus of 37. Okay. Now in case Michael, so he will buy. So he is losing money, minus 80. Here 110. Less than 100. Okay. Again he will buy. So minus 100. So minus 80 minus 100, that is equal to, it will be nothing but that is minus 800. Just a minute. Is that part clear to all of you? So, ये 100 तो include नहीं करना है ना मुझे. Yes. Either less than 90 he will sell. So only less than 90 is one value, or more than 110. No value is more than 110. So it means he will buy 80 shares, and if he's buying 80 shares, so it means he is losing 800 rupees. So that's why it is minus 800. And similarly, we can prepare the entire table. Is that clear? Do I need to explain each and every case? Please tell me now. No. Now let's come to the questions here. Okay. Now it says if the Chetan sold 10 shares of MCS on 3 consecutive days. So 3 consecutive days he is selling. Okay. Let's select a highlight. Yes. So Chetan sold 10 shares on 3 consecutive days. But Michael sold 10 shares on 1 days. So Michael is selling only once and Chetan is selling on 3 consecutive days. So what was the price at the end of day 3? So first I need to find out what is that, which case it is satisfied. So if you look at all the cases here, the only case which will satisfy is, I think, three consecutive day is probably case 3. So on case 3, you can see, on case 3, the prices, okay, it also says that Michael is selling only one day. So Michael is selling only one day. So the condition from here we can identify Michael is selling one day. So there will be exactly one day on which the price has to be less than 90. Yes or no? There has to be exactly one day on which the price has to be less than 90. So that is probably case 2 in which the price is less than 90. He's selling now. So price has to be more than 110. Exactly what the price has to be more than 110. So I think that is the case 3 here. On case 3, the price is more than 110. So it is satisfying the condition of Michael. And let's check the condition for Chetan. 3 consecutive days. Is it possible? 110 is increase and 100 movement, it is increase. So 3 consecutive days it is increasing. So it means he is also selling. Chetan is also selling on these 3. So case 3 is satisfying. So what was the price of MCS at the end of day 3? So the answer is 110. Any doubts now? So case 3 satisfying both the criteria. So the answer is this one. I do not need to go for other options. Okay, question number 12. So question number 12 says, okay, if Michael ended up with 100 less cash than Chetan at the end of day 5, 100. Michael has got 100 less than Chetan. So I think he's at 1200. He's 600 at 1200. And he's 800 less. Now, what was the difference in the number of CS possessed by Michael and Chetan on Friday? So here, both of them minus 10 CS. Minus 10 minus 10 CS. Minus 10 CS. So it means both of them have got the same number of CS. For initially, giving the question, both of them have got the same number of CS. And final also, CS for, in all the 3 cases, the number of CS reduced by 10 for both the person. So they had got the same number of CS. Is that clear? Can I move to the next question? Okay. Now, 12th is done. Let's move to question number 13. if Chetan ended up with 1300 more shares than Michael, so 1300 more than Michael, so 1300 more than Michael, so what is that possible? If Chetan ended up 1300, rupees 1300 more cash than Michael's, not share, cash, so it's 0 at 1300, 0 at 1300, 0 at 1300, 0 at 1300, cash. 1300. So these are the cases. So there are 4 possibilities. What was the price of MCA share at the end of day 4? So at the end of day 4, in this case, 100. Here it is 100. Here it is 100. Here it is 100. In all the 4 cases, it is 100. So the answer is option number 2, it is 100. Any doubts now to anyone in question number 13? No. Can I move to the next question? 14. What could have been the maximum possible increase in the combined cash balance of Chetan and Michael at the end? So I think it can be 1300 plus 3700. Yes or no? Is 1300 plus 3700, that is equal to 5000. That should be for 14th option number 4 is 5. And now the last question of this set. If Michael ended up 20 more shares than Chetan, so Michael has got 20 shares more than Chetan at the end of day 5. So for Chetan, it is reduction of minus 10. So Chetan has got a reduction of minus 10 on all the days. I think this is the case. Case number 2. Minus 10 and that is just, it means there is a gap of 20. Michael has got 20 shares more than Chetan. That is the only possibilities. Yes, only case 2 is satisfied. So what was the price of the share at the end of day 3? So in this case, the price of the share at the end of day 3, in case 2, is 90. So the answer is option 1. And that is the answer. Now tell me whether this set was difficult, easy, medium, difficult, very difficult. In 4 में से कैसा था? It is a difficult to very difficult. Is that clear? So any doubts to anyone now? So can I move to the next set? 4th one. Okay. Now this is a easy one. Okay. It will not take too much of time to discuss. All the questions can be solved with the help of options. Yes or no? So it says, let me explain it. A significant amount of traffic flows from point S to T. So from S to T, significant amount of traffic flow in the one-way street network shown below. Point A, B, C, and D are the junctions in the network, and the arrows mark the direction of the traffic flow. So arrow marks the direction of the traffic flow. The fuel cost in rupee for traveling along a straight is indicated. The fuel cost in rupees for traveling along a straight is indicated by the number adjacent to the arrow. By the number adjacent to the arrow representing the street is given. Okay, motorists traveling from point S to point T would obviously take the route for which the total of travel is the minimum. Okay, and if poor motorists have the same least travel cost, then motorists are indifferent between them. Hence, the traffic get evenly. So, for example, there are 2 routes, and for both the routes, the price is rupees 100. So, the 50% for traffic will be distributed among both the routes. 50% and 50%. And the government can control the flow of traffic only by levying appropriate toll action. For example, if a motorist takes the route S80, A alone, then the total cost of travel is 14 is equal to 4 plus the toll at T. That's one for the junction A. Okay, now let's start with the question. How many different routes are there? So I can say that different routes are nothing. I can say one of the route is equal to E80. And for this route, the charge is equal to nothing but 9 plus 5, 14, plus the tall charge. Then the other root, it is equal to PP, it is, and in this the charge is equal to 2 plus 2, that is 4, 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. And there are two talls, so I can say 9 plus A plus B. Similarly, I can say equal to PBCT, and for PBCT, the charge will be 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2, that is 7 plus B plus C. And next, it will be nothing but that will be equal to what? That is PGCT. For PDCT, the charge is 7 plus 8. So it is plus C. And here it is equal to PDD. So PDD, it is equal to 7 plus 6 is equal to 13 plus C. So it is equal to 13 plus C. Okay, 13 plus D. Alright. So these are the different charges: 14 plus A, 9 plus A plus B, 7 plus B plus C, 10 plus C plus D, and that is equal to 13 plus D. Alright, 13 plus D. Now, let's come to the question. It says, if the government wants to ensure that all motorists traveling from S to P pay the same amount, fuel cost and toll combined, regardless of the route they choose, and the street from B to C is under repairs. So B to C is under repair, so it means this part, it is not possible. The third is, okay, EBCD. Okay, this is not possible at all. B and C is closed. There are feasible set of toll charged at junction A, B, C, and D, respectively, to achieve this goal. So I need to find it for it. So option number 2 is satisfying here. Just use the option, will get answer. If I use the option 2 here, 14 plus 0, so 14 plus 0, it is equal to how much? 14. A plus B in the option 2, 0 plus 5. So 9 plus 0 plus 5, that is also 14. Even 10 plus C is 10. C is C, D plus 3 plus 1, that is also equal to 14. Here also T, that is equal to 20 plus C, equal to 2. So the traffic will be distributed equally. So is that clear to all of you now? Any doubts, anyone? Twice the same? Please respond. Okay, just give me 1 second, all of you. Okay, am I audible to all?
Am I audible? Please respond. Can you all hear me? Santosh, yes. Okay, there was a disturbance here. All right. So is question number 16 clear to all of you? Please respond. All right. Let's move to question number 17. Okay. Again, another important thing for question number 16 is that, in fact, option number 3 is also correct. Okay. Option number 3 is also correct. How? Just here. Option number 3, A is 1. So P80, 40 plus 1, which is P80. So 9 and A1 and B is equal to nothing but that is equal to 5. So it's also equal to 50. Third is 10 plus C, so 10 C is equal to 3 and A is equal to 2. So it's also equal to 15. Even in P80, that is equal to 13 plus B. So in that case also, the traffic will be distributed equally among all of them. Okay. So this is the possibility. So both the options are correct. So anyone in that year who has marked the answer as option 4 or option 3, they have got it right. Is that clear to all of you? Can I move to the next question? So 16 and 17 both are correct. Okay. Now let me write down the values first of all. That is P80 is equal to 40 plus A. The next one is equal to PB80. So PB80, the total cost in the path PB80. What is the total cost in the path PB80? It's not P, it's why I have taken P. It is starting from S. I have written, it is starting from S. So it has to be S80 and this. So by default, I'm taking P and P. This is S, 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 and S. Here also. So you can see the paths are S80. Okay. Then I can say SB80. Then SBCT. Then SDCT. And then I can say SDT. And for S80, the cost is equal to 14 plus A. For SB80, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. So I can say that is 9 plus A plus B. For SBCT, that is 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 2 is 7. So that is equal to 7 plus B plus C. And for SDCT, 7 plus 1, 8 plus 2, that is 10 plus C plus D. And here SDT, 7 plus 6 is 13. So that is equal to 13 plus D. Okay. So let me cut and paste here. So I do not need to write down all these same information on all the streets on the slides here. So just give me 1 second. $16 and then 70. Yes, coming to the question number 70. Now, it says if the traffic wants to ensure that no traffic flows on the street from D to T. So there is no traffic which is flowing from the D to T. So D to T is closed. So this path SDT is closed here. Okay, now rest all of them are working. While equal amount of traffic flows means price should be same in all of them. Equal amount of traffic flows through junction A and C. So equal amount of the traffic should flow through the junction A and C. So you can see A as well as C. So there are 2 paths including C and 2 paths including A. Then what can be the feasible? What are the possibilities here at the toll? What are the feasible toll charges at these junctions here? So that I need to check. So we can see options. I think option number 5 will satisfy. Option number 5, that is 14 plus 0, which is 14. 9 plus A plus B. So 9, A is 0, B is 5 is 14. Here 7 plus B plus C. So that is equal to 5, C is 2, so that is also 14. And 10 plus C plus 10, C is equal to D is equal to. That's the answer is option number 5. So this task can be solved with the help of options. Can I move to the next question? Please respond. Guys, yes? Okay. Now 18th. If the government wants to ensure that all routes from S to T get the same amount of traffic. So S to T, all the routes should have got the same traffic. Then a feasible set of toll charges at junction A, B and C and D to achieve this goal. So S to T, we need an equal amount of traffic. So again, work with the help of options, and I think the answer will be option number 4. Yes, that's right. Easy tha? Let's see if it is satisfying. 14 plus 1, that is 15. 14 plus 1 plus 5, which is equal to, okay. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. 9. So 9 plus 6, that is 15. Third, 7, B is equal to 5 and C is equal to 3. So that is also 15. 10 plus C plus D, that is 10 plus C plus 2. That is also equal to 15. And 13 plus D, that is equal to 13 plus 2, which is equal to 50. That's right. That is the answer. Can I move to the next question? 19. If the government wants to ensure that the traffic at S gets evenly distributed along the path S to A, S to B and S to D. So S to A and S to B and S to D, the traffic should be distributed equally. Means 33%, 33.33% will travel here. Okay, or I can say 1/3 of the traffic on this path, 1/3 on this path, and 1/3 on this path. Yes or no? 1/3 on this path. Then a feasible toll charge at the junction A, B, C, D to achieve this. I think the answer for question number 19 is what? Option 1. Substitute option 1. So 14 plus 0, that is equal to 14. 9 plus 0 plus B is equal to what? 0 plus 5, that is equal to 14. Okay, 14. So S, B, C, D. 7, B is equal to 5, S is equal to 4. So 5 plus 4 plus 7, that is equal to 16. S, B, C, D, it is 16. S, B, 80. And here, so 10 plus C plus D, that is 10. C is equal to 2 and D is equal to 1. That is equal to 15. And SDT, that is 30 plus D, that is 30 plus 1, 40. So in 3 cases, it is 14. So it means the path SBCD is not possible and path SCD is not possible. So from SAT and SBAT and SDT, the traffic will flow only in these 3 paths. So I can say 1/3 of the traffic will flowing through SAT. So SA. Okay. 1/3 of the traffic will flow from S to B. So that is right, SB. And 1/3 of the traffic is flowing from S to D. So that is satisfying. So the answer is definitely option number 1. So option number 1 itself is satisfying. Any doubts to anyone? Let's see option number 4. Let's check option number 4 also. According to option number 4, 14 plus 1, which is equal to 15. Okay. In the second part, it is equal to 9 plus 1 plus 5. 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. Okay. Then in the third case here, 7 plus B plus C. So 7, B is equal to 5 and 3. 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 3, that is equal to 15. And in the fourth part, 10 plus C plus D. So 10 plus 3 plus 2, that is equal to 15. And here last one, that is equal to 13 plus 2, that is 15. So 15 means what? All 5 are equal. So 1/5 of the traffic will flow here, 1/5 here, 1/5 here, 1/5 here, and 1/5 here. Yes or no? Alright. So from S to A, only 1/5. Okay, and SB, in these 2 cases, SB, so from S to B, the traffic flow is nothing but 1/5 plus 1/5, which is equal to 2/5. And in the last 2 cases, it is from S to D. Yes or no? So that is from S to D, it is equal to 1/5 plus 1/5 to be equal to 2/5. So is there equal flow of traffic on these 3 paths? No. So that's why option 4 can't be the answer. So can I move to the next slide? Okay, let's move to the question number 20. Again, it says The government wants to devise a toll policy such that the total cost to the commuters per trip is minimized. So the cost should be minimum. That is the target here. The policy should also ensure that not more than 70% of the total traffic passes through Junction B. So Junction B, at Junction B, remember, the traffic should be less than 70%. The cost incurred by the commuter traveling from point S to T under this policy. First option is 7. Now, 7 is the minimum cost. It means what? That is only possible if the toll charges is 0. Yes or no? In this case, yes or no? 7 plus 0 plus 0. All the toll charges are 0. Then 14, 9, 7, 10 and 13. Okay. In that case, all the traffic will pass through SBCT. So if all the traffic is passing through SBCT, so at point B, all the people are passing, so 100% is the traffic. So it means option 1 is not possible. Is that clear to all of you? That the option 1 is not possible? Okay. Now let's. Option B, it is equal to 9. So if option B is equal to 9, so what will happen in that case? If the cost is rupees 9, so the 9 rupees SB80, that is possible. Yes or no? So if SB80 is a possible 9 and rest all of the cases, so I say in the first case SAT, the minimum cost it is going to be 14. ठीक है ना? 9 लेना है. So in that case, SAT the minimum cost is 14. If I put A as 0, in this case 9 when A is equal to 0, here at B is 0. And here I can say this can be 7 plus 2, 9 also. But here it will be 10 and here it will be minimum 13. Yes or no? So in that case also, it is passing through SB80, SBCT. So SB80 or SBCT. So can I say in that case also, if the cost is rupees 9, 100% of the traffic is flowing through B. Yes or no? Toll B se hi pass ho raha hai na. Dono hi case mein, in both the cases, it is passing through B. So all the 100% of the traffic is passing through B. So that is not possible. Now, coming if the price is rupees 10. The minimum value is rupees 10. Let's see if that is possible or not. Yes. Price is 10, rupees 10. So this case will be ruled out. This case will be ruled out. So here that is 10 means what? This is 10 plus 0 plus 0. That is equal to 10. So C is 0. So here it is equal to 7. And at B, I can take it as 3 at C 0. So that is 10. And here 9. At A, I can take it as 1. And at B, okay. In any case, okay, in any case, 9B is equal to what? 3. So 9 plus 3 plus A. It will be also ruled out. It equals 3. So 10, 10. There are two routes in which the price can be 10. Yes or no? And one of them is SBCT. And one of them is SDCT. So one of them is SBCT. One of them is SDCT. So SBCT and the other one is SDCT. So at node B, you can say, in this case, 50% of the traffic will pass through point B and 50% of the traffic here will pass through D. And it is 50% is less than 70. So that is the possibility. So the answer is option number 3, which is rupees 10. Now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in question number 20. So can I move to the question number 21 to 25? All right, let's see. I think this was easy. Do you want me to discuss this set also? Nahi na? I'm sure that almost all of you have got the correct answer. This was the easy. So we can leave this set. There is no need to discuss this. All right, guys. Okay. So that's the end of the session today. So tomorrow I'm going to discuss CAT 2017 morning slot. Okay. All right, guys. So good day to all of you. See you all in the evening at 4 o'clock. Parazumble second slot discussion on YouTube. And at 9 o'clock, I'll take CAT IPM paper, remaining 15 questions. Okay. Question number 23. Okay, so I need to explain all the concept just here. KLMN. Okay. There is a proposal to form a team within the tent A team must include exactly among P, R and S. So it must include among P, R and S. So I can say either P is a part of team, okay, or R is a part of team, or S is a part of team. I can say these are the different three possibilities. Now next, a team must include either M or Q, but not. So in each of them, either M is there or Q is there. Okay, all right, M or Q is there. I can take it here. Now, third, if a team includes K, then it must include L and vice versa. So K and L will always come together. Okay. If a team include one among SUD, SUW, it must include the other two. So SU and W, they will always come together. So in the third case, S is already there. So it means third case I need to include U and W also. So I can say that is U and W. Okay, that is the case. L and N, they can't come together. So L and N, they can't come together. So I'm putting bar. And L and U can't be together. So L and U can't be also together. So if L and N can't be together, L and U can't be together. In the last case, U is there. So it means I can't take L. And if I can't take L, I can't take K also, because L and K, they are always coming together. All right? Okay? They are always coming together. Is that part clear to all of you? So a total of how many are there? Total of 10 members now. So if a total of 10 members are there, so just here. So among PRS, I am selecting S. So P and R is not there. So 1, P, 2, R, second, S is 3. So 3 people here. M and Q, 5 people here. And these are 4 people here. And what about N? Can N come in the third case? Please tell me. Can N come in the third case? Yes or no? Is there a possibility? Yes, there is a possibility. So N may be there or may not be there. So can I say from here there are 2 different possibilities here. I can say S or M, then U and W. And with them N can be there. The condition on N is that N can't come with L. So L and N cannot be the members of the same team. So N can be there. There is a possibility that, so I can say with S, U and W. Okay. So in the third case, or we can go by question also, we can solve it here. All right. So can we move to the questions? Please tell me now. So just give me 1 minute. I'll copy and, okay, yes, just wait. Just give me a minute, Santosh. Now, you have a doubt in question number 23. All right, let's see. Now, question number 23. So, what does question number 23 says? Let me read it once again. Question number, what would be the size of the largest possible team? Okay, the question is, what is the size of the largest possible team? That is what I need to calculate, the size of the largest possible team. I think the answer for this question was option number 4, 5. Now, here, if you remember here, I can take S, I can take U, I can take W. Yes or no? So it can be S, U and W. Among M and Q, there can be one person. And in addition to that, I can take N also. So I think these 5 people can be together. So that's why the answer is option number 4, which is 5. So in the last case, in the third case, the maximum it can be 5. So that is the possibility. 5. Okay. Are you getting your answers more than 5? You got 6. Can you tell me which all people you have got 6? Remember the third case, it will be S. Okay. Okay. R. In the second case, I am saying R, M and Q. So with N, S, U, W. So if you are taking here S, U, W also. Just a minute. So if you are taking S, U, W. You have taken S, you have taken U and you have taken W also. But tell me R and S, ये तो एक साथ नहीं आ सकते ना. It is already given. Among P, R and S, only one of them can be there. So that's why I made three different cases now. If P is there, R and S can't be there. So that's why I made three different cases. So how you can't take S again. Okay. So that's why the answer is option number 4. Any other doubts to anyone? Alright guys, so let's end the session. Thank you to all of you.